Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is February 6th, and this is the weekend market overview. Looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, SLV, XOI, XLF, and GE. That sounds good. Okay, I'm not going to sound that great because I'm sick. So, if you don't mind the scratchy voice, uh, then we're going to be okay. All right. Starting off with the Dow, big day up, almost 157 points to the upside. Absolutely amazing push, making a new recent high, blowing past the shadow that we had back here on the 26th, and getting outside the upper Bollinger Band. So that should be a warning right there. Either it's going to just leap off and start pushing the Bollinger Band back, or it's going to need to move down or sideways to get back inside of it. Short-term moving averages, of course, all pointing up. CCI getting very high. 14-day RSI moving average still heading on up. Stochastics going up to meet it. RSI very high. Histogram ticking up. MACD looking for a bullish cross. So it does look very, very strong at this moment. SPX, more of the same. Outside the upper Bollinger Band, and the secondary is identical, except we are getting the bullish cross on the MACD. So very strong, very, very, very strong. Almost 20 points to the upside on Friday. And of course, a new recent high. The VIX pummeled once again, barely closing within the lower Bollinger Band, giving us a nice pretty hammer. And you can see, yep, that 14-day RSI moving average ticking down. Not what we wanted to see. We didn't have a good angle of ascent during this whole time, but it was slowly, ever so slowly ticking up, and now we have a slow tick down. Stochastics heading down along with the CCI, the RSI, the histogram, the MACD. Ugly. We don't have any real indications at this point that this is going to turn. Short-term moving averages, of course, all pointing down, getting more separation, a little bit of wobble, but nothing to be really concerned about. So just the strength of the hammer alone, is it going to be enough to turn it around? Not exactly a great position to be in. Oil, XOI. Yep, look at that. Nice big green candle making a new recent high. When oil is bullish, the market is bullish. And we had that. Now, we don't have an uptick on the 14-day RSI moving average, which is kind of odd, but nonetheless, it hasn't done it. Stochastics heading up, CCI heading up, RSI heading up, histogram heading up, MACD heading up. So at this point, it becomes a question of, okay, is the upper Bollinger Band going to stop it or slow it? We just don't know yet. TNA, look at that. Complete candle outside of the upper Bollinger Band, and huge gap. We still have the 14-day RSI and the stochastics very high. We've been saying stuck in the upright position. Well, certainly that applies to Friday. Look at the height of the CCI. Now you could look at this and say, oh, this could be a island reversal. It could be a blow off top. It could be all kinds of things. Certainly, it should be a warning sign being completely outside the upper Bollinger Band. But until it turns, we can't say that it's turning. So definitely warning sign, but we have to wait and see. UUP. Yeah, look at that. Gapped up and just fell. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. We've been watching it do that for all this down move. Histogram is sloping up, but everything else is either mixed or pointing down. Yeah, the stochastics are trying to figure out what to go do with themselves, but not a strong indication that it's wanting to go up. CCI is barely ticking up. I mean, not impressive, but anyways, it is what it is. It's a fat body spinning top, and we have a little bit of excessive separation, a little bit of wobble, but look at the long-term moving averages. They're collapsing. So its ability to suck the price back into itself is rapidly diminishing. Um, FXE, the euro. Yep, it just wants to stay inside the long-term moving averages. 14-day RSI moving average ticking up, fast stochastic with it. Downtick on the CCI, uptick on the RSI, downtick on the histogram, uptick on the MACD. Very mixed. If the long-term moving averages are going to survive, it has to eject the prices soon. That should be difficult with the 14-day ticking up the way that it is. GE, try to get a better read of the Dow. Notice how the GE candle does not match the Dow today. It's a spinning top and a small body spinning top. Not nearly the amount of strength that we see in the SPX or the Dow. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. Maybe that is the culprit, but nonetheless, that's what it's doing. Stochastic's trying to get underway and go up with the CCI, the RSI, histogram, and the MACD going sideways. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. XLF, the financials. Wow, look at that. Completely outside the upper Bollinger Band. Complete green candle. People buying the banks. So, wow, that does validate the move definitely on Friday. And everything ticking up. It's amazing, the CCI, how high it is. Just incredible. Going on to gold. Interesting. Big red candle. Downtick. Downtick almost resolved itself, but not quite. 14 days still ticking up. CCI, stochastics, RSI, histogram, and MACD all clicking down. This is our second VIX. It should be increasing as fear is increasing. It should be increasing as the dollar goes down. We had a dollar go down on Friday by a good amount. We had fear go down by a good amount. So one in conflict with the another tells me that fear is decreasing. Very interesting. Very interesting. SLV, not to the same extent as gold. We did get a downtick today. Gives us a target just shy of 32. Ended with a hammer. And you can notice the stochastics are not underway as powerfully as gold is. 14 days still ticking up. And everything else sort of heading down, just like gold, with the exception of the MACD, which is going sideways. Looks like people are more interested in holding their silver at the moment than the people with gold are. And kind of makes sense. Oh, what am I missing? The NASDAQ. Yeah, look at that. I've been saying that the NASDAQ has been carrying the entire market, and then look at that. Completely outside the upper Bollinger Band. It means either a rocket is starting or it is a blow-off top. And we don't know which it actually is. Stochastics 14-day RSI moving average still ticking up, along with the CCI, massively, massively high. RSI, histogram, and the MACD. So it would be great to see a sudden reversal come Monday, and it's entirely possible. But equally possible is that it's going to push back the upper Bollinger Band in a really nasty way for a few days. And that will be... Let's see if we can find any examples of that. Yeah, normally it bumps its head, doesn't bump with the entire candle outside, which is why it's a warning sign. Looking back. Wow, I can't find any really good examples of this. Of being completely outside. Yeah. Alright, I can't find any good examples. So that should tell you how rare it is that that this occurs the way that it has. Let me just get back the way it was. So, there it is. We're waiting on Euro news and see what happens on Monday. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.